guess I'll wait for everybody to get on here. But I guess might as well start talking. Ain't no need for all that. This is more so a video just to say that people get caught up in the wrong things. People get concerned about the wrong things. People look into the wrong things. And it's just for those who may feel like they're defeated or pay a lot of attention to what other people say, and they get stagnant in life. You know, you get stagnant to the point where you're concerned to the point of what other people think about you, what other people say, and that you can't even make decisions for yourself anymore. You know, which is one of the things that, you know, people don't progress in life because of these things. They don't progress. They don't get further in life. They don't make it far. They get sidetracked based upon what the next person thinks about them. But if you have that mentality that whatever someone does, it doesn't affect you, and you know what your purpose is, and you're centered in it, it's not going to bother you what other people do to you, because when you engage in certain things that are petty, it's not really a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you're gonna come out on top. So what I titled this is following up on what I said earlier, is that as long as you know that you're that woman, you're that dude, you're that person, nothing nobody does to you is going to bother you. So that's why I say no matter what happens, you know, from a mental standpoint or from a standpoint of what I know is on the horizon and what the goal is, I'm never going to see death. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to see death, you know, mentally, as far as being defeated mentally. So what I put out earlier, that thing I put out earlier, it wasn't a matter of being petty. This is something that has been, you know, 7 years in the making, that I just decided not. I mean, it's literally like 7 years, like within like a week or so. It's like 7 years. I just decided not to actually put it out because I'm just like, it's not even worth my time. But after 7 years, and, you know, people still say certain things, you know, and you're just like, you're looking at the rest of people on this scheme, and they don't really know how someone actually is, or how someone actually conducts themselves, you know, and they get involved in these things. People really don't know. This social media thing is something else. So I don't go live to try and blast somebody, but it just gets to a certain point where it does that. You know what I'm saying? This individual is just too much. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. Rather than, you know, doing something violent, I'd rather just tell you, you know, and it hurts people. When you tell people the truth a lot of times on what it is that they do, it hurts them so much. So now that I blasted this guy and let everyone know that he's a snitch and he's a fraud, you know, people are saying stop, this isn't the place, da 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 da. But I don't bother people. I don't focus on anything except making money and taking care of my kids. I don't focus on anything else, and that's the only thing that y'all should be focused on instead of somebody else's business. It's so many people out there focusing on what everyone else is doing, how much money they're making, and all of that, instead of focusing on your own business and how much money you're making. I got so many people that I don't even pay attention to, that I find out that are so involved in what it is that I have going on, are so involved in my lifestyle and what, you know, how I get what I get and what I do and who I'm involved with. It's ridiculous, you know, and especially when you get to the point where you're in your 40s. Even if you're in your 30s, if you're a man or a woman in your 30s and you're paying attention to what somebody else is doing, what is the problem? You know what I'm saying? And like, as of now, it should tell you something. This person isn't paying any attention to me. I don't pay any attention to these people. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. You know, and it's like when people start attacking your looks, you know, the way you look, how you make your money, what you got going on, it's like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, I put this up because last night, you know, I'm, uh, I'm all about family. I'm all about everybody being cool. I'm all about people, being together, togetherness and stuff like that. But some people feel like they gotta flex. Excuse me. And they have a point to prove. But there's nothing to prove. I've done all of that stuff. There's nothing, any used luxury car you got or any of that, you know, any used, any pair of Jordans, any bag, any of that stuff you got, it doesn't impress me. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff doesn't matter to me. All these cars, all these used luxury lemon cars, that stuff does not matter to me. I've done all that. I've been all around the world. I've done all this stuff. None of that stuff matters to me. So for you to insult me, there's really nothing you can do. I've already been up there, back down, up there and back down. It doesn't matter if I go to jail today. If you put me in jail, in prison today, as soon as I get out, I'm still going to be 6 deep as far as my digits. There's nothing you can do. Whoever tries, whoever's watching this, whatever these clowns are doing, and it's the people who are closest to you that try to do that. Whatever you do, there's nothing you can do to me to stop me from getting money and from, you know, fulfilling my purpose. It's still coming in. The money is still coming. Everything is still good. I'm still winning. None of that even matters. I still got my kids. I still got my house. I still got a car. Nothing is happening. Meanwhile, all of you clowns have to resort, and a lot of people have to resort to alternate means just to make it through life. You know what I'm saying? I got one of them. I have a sister who had to resort, and forgive my French, for all of you who live in that life, had to resort to being a dyke just to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? What would cause you at the end of the day, if you've been straight all throughout your 40s, all of a sudden you're sucking on a plastic penis? You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, you're all involved in my life. You gotta win. You think you gotta win, but all y'all bums can hang together. None of y'all are getting anywhere in life. If you have to switch your sexuality to make ends meet, you know, you're a loser. You know what I'm saying? You're a loser at the end of the day. You gotta go gay for pay, and I mean, if they block this video, they put me in Facebook jail for saying that. If you gotta go gay for pay to do all of that just to make ends meet because you don't want to work, do what you gotta do, baby, but don't worry about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? These people team up and think that they... See, when you're used to dealing with a certain type of person who's not strong and can't deal and, you know, let people roll over them and stuff like that, you're used to dealing, but that's not going to happen with me. You know, where you can, all these other tactics that you use on other people, it's not going to work with me. I'm sorry, baby. It's not. It worked on your corny husband. It worked on these. I mean, you got one, like I said, she switched sides, had to leave the state, still talking trash. She's up there dealing with. She switched her sexuality, gave her pay, just to make ends meet, and left her husband because he couldn't take care of her. You have another one living in a hotel that doesn't have a car or a house. You know. Then you have another one working at She talking trash. She working at a department store. You know what I'm saying? So what is it? What is it that you're doing at the end of the day? You know, you're not dealing with the average person. You know what I'm saying? That you're not dealing with the average person as far as you think you can laugh and it hurts. See, the thing is, when people pay attention to what you do and they're, you know, checking your social media, it's people who are unhappy with their lives. They want to see the demise of someone so bad, but in the process of you doing that, you're digging your own grave. That's for the average person, but with me, you're definitely digging your own grave. You know what I mean? because I'm blessed at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm going to get this money. My kids are going to be straight. I'm never going broke. You're never going to take anything from me. You know what I'm saying? You're never taking nothing. And even if like I said, I won't see death. Even if I do see death, the life insurance policy is straight. So the kids is going to be straight. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, people focus so much on the wrong thing. You focus on the wrong thing. That's why you're getting nowhere in life. That's why you haven't gotten anywhere in life. That's why you may be 40 plus, 50 plus, you're washed up, and you have to depend on someone else to take care of you because you can't take care of yourself. You have no morals and principles. You have no goals in life. You have no plan. You want to sit back and depend on someone else, and that's just what it is. And you want to put the blame on someone else instead of getting out there and getting your own. And this is just how people are living, and it's disgusting. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. You don't have the mind frame to hustle. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the mind frame, and even if you do get the money, here's the thing about money. And this is what I think a lot of people fail to realize about money. Whether you tricking off, you know, whether you selling your body for money, whether you prostituting, whether you getting money from a man, a woman, whatever. What good is money without guidance? You can get all this money in the world, but if your main goal is buying a purse or a pair of heels, what's the point? What's the point in life, right? If you're just getting money and you're not investing it in something, you can go through thousands of dollars, but if you're not building your own business or building a business for your kids, what's the point of getting money? That's the way I look at stuff. And you have a lot of people with this mind frame, which they're getting money just to show off for the next person, instead of money for your kids, or money to establish yourself or get a business going, or self-help, self-improvement. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Is about making sure your kid's straight instead of impressing anyone else. Because before you know it, you will be 40-something, 50-something, and you're looking back on your life like, what did I do? What have I been doing? I've been working. I've been suffering, working, 8 to 12 hours a day, and I don't have anything to show for it. What's the point? And all you did was fulfill someone else's dream in the meantime, and you're gonna die. When you die, your thoughts are going to be haunting, your soul is going to be haunting you, saying, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? But instead, I was busy worrying about what somebody else was doing while they're living their life. You know what I'm saying? And it's people that get caught up in that. So, I don't even say you have to have that mentality, because, sorry about that. You have to have whatever mentality works for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you haven't had a change in your life, however old you are, or if everything is staying the same, if everything that you've done up to this point in life, you haven't had a drastic paradigm shift, then you have to look at what you're doing and say, I need to switch this shit up. I need to change this up, because this isn't working. You know what I'm saying? I have to do something outside of what it is that I'm currently doing. I'm tired of living this life from day to day. I'm tired of spending my time worrying about what this person is doing, or concerning myself with what they're doing, instead of asking that person, how do I get it? How do I do what you're doing? How are you getting that money? What do I need to do to be like you? What do I need to do to get that money? But a lot of people are just too proud, and they rather gossip and they rather talk instead of just asking, what do I need to do to get this money? There's nothing wrong with asking a question. There's nothing wrong with asking a question at all. You ask a question. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people who would like to help you, except for those who are arrogant and don't want to see anybody get money, or don't want to see anybody do better. And those people are devils walking this earth. You know what I'm saying? You got people walking this earth who are destroyers, believe it or not, who are destroyers and who don't want to see you do better, and who do want to see you eating dirt, and they get off on it. But you look at those people, and 9 times out of 10, these people are the people who aren't doing better in life. They're not going to get any higher. They're not going to get any further in life. They're not going to make. They're not. They're no one, and they're going to see death way before you do. And I'm not I'm laughing because it's what a lot of these people do. They see death at a much early age because it's a disease of the heart and they can't get over it. You know what I'm saying? It's a disease of the heart to hate or to want to see someone not do good at all. It's a horrible disease of the heart, and you die much early. I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I said, a lot of times it is family more so than strangers. You know, a lot of this stuff you think is of value, it's not of value at all. You know what I'm saying? Invest in things that are of value. You know what I'm saying? And for one, that should be your health. You know, increasing your health, it's going to be the first thing that goes. But I just say the belief, and this is stuff videos like this I normally do for YouTube. I'm getting on Facebook Live, even though it's not really my platform, but I'm just doing this because of the video I did earlier, you know, about certain things. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on that if I think Mayweather said it best. If you focus on your own business, and I mean like business as far as personal and whatever you want to achieve in life, then you don't have time to fail or concern yourself with what the hell anybody else has going on. You know, and this is what people do, and they get sidetracked, and they think they have to compete with someone, and all that is all imaginary. Because 9 times out of 10, you'll never see these people on this social media thing. You know what I'm saying? You'll never see these people, but you want to be in competition with them, and you don't know how they're getting their money, or if they're even getting their money, or if they're, you know, sleeping on a blow up mattress on the floor, but they may look like $1 million on social media or out in the club when you see them. It's not really what it is. All this stuff is an illusion, and it's just like, it's fake. You should just have that that tenacity, that aggression, that desire of something that it is that you like to do. You know, something that it is that's going to be, that you can monetize, or something that's marketable, or something that you feel that you have such a strong passion about that you can't sleep at night, instead of hoping somebody else will do it for you, or hoping that someone else will pay your way, you know, or looking for some sort of inspiration through someone else. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if you had it all taken away tonight or tomorrow, if you can't get it back immediately, then you're not a hustler. You're a nobody. You know, if you can't sit back and ponder, you know, and write down or think how you're gonna make that next, you know, unassisted, then you're not a hustler. You can't call yourself a hustler or a go-getter. You know what I mean? For those of you who have been through it, who have lost everything, you know what I'm saying? I lost my shit twice. You know what I'm saying? And I got it back, and I'm on the way to be a millionaire right now. There's no doubt about it. And I'll proudly say that. I don't have an issue saying that, because I know it's coming. I know it's coming, and there's nothing nobody can do to stop it. No, it's nothing anyone can do to stop it, but what's stopping it right now is me being lazy. You know? It's just me being lazy, and even in my laziness, I'm still getting it. You know, it's still going towards that point, because there's no choice but for everything else to get out the way. The way my mind functions and the way my mind always functions, and what I set on doing, what I plan on doing, everything else, and that's how the law of attraction, prayer, affirmations, God, that's how all of this stuff works. But some people just don't get it because they have such a negative mind. You know what I'm saying? They just don't get it, and they'll die. You'll die not getting it. And that's the sad part about it. You'll die not getting it. You'll talk about it, and you'll talk about getting this, securing the bag, getting this, and this. But there's so much out there for you to get. It's cool with being humble, and if you're cool with what it is that you're getting, there's so much out here to get. It's ridiculous. There's so much money. You wouldn't believe this world is so big, there's so many people, is so much bread you could be getting instead of sitting behind a desk or digging a hole or flipping a burger or cooking. And you can be content and all of that. But what I'm saying, if you want more for your life, it's so much more. It's so much more that you can get. It's so much more. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a matter of asking those questions or picking up that book or researching or self-help. It's nothing embarrassing, but some people have so much pride. They have so much pride, and that pride is going to take you to the grave, broke and frustrated and angry at someone else that you should have no anger for. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, I just wanted to get on here. It's not really a motivational video, but it's just the mindset. Not to say that you should have, but the mindset that I have. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what you do to me, because everything that's happened, everything that happens to you is meant. Everything in life, whoever is supposed to be with you is going to be with you. Whoever is supposed to be in your life, they're going to find their way. Whatever is supposed to be with you, but you have to put forth that effort. And if you don't have that confidence in yourself, if what you're doing in life is good enough, and on a scale of 1 to 10, if what you're doing right now isn't a 9 or a 10, that's really not meant for you. That's really not what you're supposed to be doing. If that's not the way you feel about it, if it's not a 9 or a 10, you should be doing something else. And that should be that one thing that's waking you up in the middle of the night, that's telling you to go for it. If it's not a 9, to me, if it's not a 9 or a 10, I'm not content. That's the way I look at it. I'm not content. I love seeing that notification saying that this has been deposited, or this has been deposited, or so and so sent you a payment, this person sent you a payment, or you just got sent this payment. I love seeing that. I love being to go out and not having to worry about asking somebody for money or calling somebody for money or just going out to the store and getting what I want to get. I love that feeling. There's nothing like that feeling, and everybody should have that feeling where you shouldn't have to depend on anybody to get you anything. You should be able to get whatever you want. And it's possible because people are doing it every day. It's 24 hours in a day. We all got the same time, and that's so cliche, but what are you doing? What are you doing with your time? Is most of your time on, watching television, or are you looking at what somebody else is doing? Whether that's the real hoes of Hollywood or somebody else on social media. And you're having a conversation about what it is that they're getting instead of what it is that you're getting. Ask yourself, what is your time spent on? Is your time even spent on your kids? You know what I'm saying? Is that what's going on? You gotta search yourself, ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing? If you were to die today, are you content with what you did, your contribution to humanity, or your contribution to the next man, the next person? What have you done to make the next person's life better? Instead of thinking it's cool to make fun of people. When they say God doesn't like ugly, it was written. You shouldn't like ugly, and it's written. And that's ugly coming from yourself. But, I mean, Who am I? I'm a hypocrite at the end of the day, just like everybody else watching this video. I'm a hypocrite. So with that being said, man, just think about it. Where you are in life, is that where you want to be? And what are you going to do to change it? What are you going to do to make it better? Whose life are you improving? You know what I'm saying? If you die today, how many people coming to your funeral? Have you done anything that's going to live on past your life? As far as me saying that you'll never see death, or people just remember you as an asshole. Excuse me. People just remember as this asshole that never made nothing of themselves. They were a drunk. You know, all they did was get high. Never contributed anything, never made my life better. All they did was mess with me. How are you going to be remembered when you depart this planet? Who's coming to your funeral? Your funeral. So, man, that's all I wanted to get on here and just say, man. I'm not above reproach. I say stuff that upsets people 99% of the time. But don't take it personal. Just like anybody else doing stuff to you or saying stuff to you, don't take it personal. Because whatever people say is a direct reflection of how they feel, you know, inside. So I don't take it personal. Don't even take this personal. You know what I'm saying? I just hope you take it as some sort of motivation, you know, to look at what it is that you want in life. And if you are pursuing what it is that you want out of life, or are you depending on someone to make your life better? You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm pretty much making this video. And just to remind you that nobody can diminish you, or nobody can demean you, or nobody can make you feel less than what you are. That's you who feel that way because of what people say to you. You came here by yourself and you're going to leave here by yourself. Nobody here was born with you. So it's your goal to make it happen, whatever it is. You know, some people are blessed to have people help them. Some people aren't. That's your job. That's your goal, to make sure that you find the right tools, or you supplicate to make sure the right people come in your life to execute what it is that you need to execute, or what it is that you want. And you continue to affirm that until it happens. So with that being said, man, I hope you guys keep that attitude, keep it up. Whatever you want to achieve, it's your mind that makes it happen, not someone else. So keep that in mind. Peace be upon you, and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'm out of here.